for these. Campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, NAIA National Tournament, round number 2, day number 2 of 6 games being played here at the DeWitt Gymnasium, featuring the women's and men's basketball brackets for Sioux Center, Iowa. We cut the field in half after yesterday's play. We cut it in half again today, with the winners advancing on to the final sites. And our first game today features the Dordt University defenders against Oklahoma Wesleyan and the Eagles. Oklahoma Wesleyan got here with an 80-69 win over Mid-America Christian University yesterday, while the Dordt defenders were 90-58 winners over Dickinson State. A berth in Kansas City on the line, and the round of 16 will be tipping off in about 15 minutes. It's Dordt versus versus Oklahoma Wesleyan in NAIA National Championship round number 2. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have a space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes. It's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. Hope you stop by soon.
Homegrown. Community.
Family.
Innovators.
Growth. Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Let's take a closer look at these two teams. We begin with Oklahoma Wesleyan and the Eagles. They are 24-7 this year. They finished 19-3. In the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference, they're averaging 81 points per game. They give up 71 points per contest. They convert 47% of their field goals, and they allow 42% success. They are making 32% of their three-pointers, and they allow opponents to make 32% of their three-point shots. They out-rebound teams 38-30. Turnovers per game, Oklahoma Wesleyan commits 11, and opponents commit 15. In their last 5 games, Oklahoma Wesleyan is 4-1. In their last 10 games, they are 9-1. They are 12-5 away from their home court. They're led by Jaden Litsky, 14.2 points per game, and Derek Talton Jr. Talton averages 13.4 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, and 5.2 assists. He was the Player of the Year in the KCAC this past season. He was also the Defensive Player of the Year, and he was a first-team All-Conference selection. Jaden Litsky averages 14.2 points per game with 7.8 rebounds per contest. He converts 73% of his field goals. For the Dordt defenders, they come into the contest 28-3. They finished 18-2 in the GPAC. They average 91 points per game. They allow 74 points per outing. They're converting 53% of their field goal attempts, and opponents make 45%. They make 39% of their three-pointers, and they allow opponents to make 33%. Rebounding, they out-rebound teams by 35-33 margin, commit 9 turnovers a game, and allow 14 turnovers, or they force 14 turnovers per contest. The defenders are 8-2 in their last 10 games. They are 4-1 in their last 5. They are 14-1 here at the DeWitt Gym. Lucas Lorenzen leads the defenders with a 22.5 points per game average to go with 5.5 rebounds. Bryce Kopic averages 14.9 points per game with 3.5 rebounds. Connor Milliken, 11.2 points per game, 50% field goal shooting. Jake Hargan, 7.9 points per game. Luke Rankin, 9.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 2 steals per game. And Ben Fairclaw averages 7.1 points per game with 5.5 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks per contest. That's the matchup between the Dordt defenders. Those are the numbers for the Dordt defenders and the Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles. Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll be back with a look at starting lineups and how these teams got to this point. Right after this, this is Dordt basketball and the NAIA National Championship second round on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 2 minutes.
Biblical truth shapes Dordt's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dordt University.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hovet Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hovet Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Sioux, an owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com. Oklahoma Wesleyan got here with a win yesterday in game number 1 of the day over Mid-America Christian, 80-69. Oklahoma Wesleyan led 31-28 at halftime, extended the lead early in the second half, and went on to win by 11. Oklahoma Wesleyan was led by Derek Talton with 30 points and 6 rebounds. He also had 5 assists. 15 points for Jaden Litsky to go with 9 rebounds, and Nick Benet had 9 points in the win for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Wesleyan shot 23 of 51 from the floor for 45%, just 3 for 20 from the three-point line, so they were 20 of 31 inside the arc. For the Dordt defenders, they were winners over Dickinson State. They led start to finish on the way to a 90-58 win. Dordt led 41-29 at halftime. Dordt was led by Lucas Lorenzen with 24 points and 11 rebounds. Connor Milliken had 22 points and 4 rebounds. And off of the bench, Jake Hargan, 17 points and 6 rebounds for the defenders. Dordt was 34 of 71 shooting for 48%, including 7 of 14 on three-pointers. Here then is your starting lineup for today's game. First of all, for Oklahoma Wesleyan, they will start 0, Yashi McKenzie, averaging 9 points per game. He's a 6-foot sophomore from San Antonio. Derek Talton Jr. is a 5'10 senior from Fort Worth, Texas, averaging 13.9 points per game. Jaden Litsky is a 6'7 senior from Owasso, Oklahoma, averaging 14.3 points per game. He wears number 5. Nick Benet is a 6'5 sophomore from Forney, Texas, averaging 6.9 points per game. And Isaac Stanek is a 6'5 sophomore from Hector, Arkansas, averaging 11.9 points per game. For the Dordt defenders, it'll be 0. Luke Rankin, a 5'10 senior from Grimes, Iowa, averaging 9.2 points per game. Connor Milliken's number 1. He is a 6-foot sophomore from Springfield, Nebraska, averaging 11.6 points per game. Bryce Kopic is a 5'11 senior from Hayward, Iowa, averaging 14.7 points per outing. Lucas Lorenzen is a 6'4 junior from Milford, Iowa, averaging 22.5 points per game. He wears number 3. And number 35 will be Ben Fairclough, 6'8 senior from Australia. He averages 7 points per game. Dordt is coached by Brian Van Haften. Oklahoma Wesleyan is coached by Donnie Bostwick. We are just about set for basketball. The winner advances on. In tournament play, they will play in Kansas City on Thursday or Friday against the winner of the Baker Concordia contest in the round of 16. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the opening tip from Sioux Center right after this.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping, and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Greenhouse, located in Hull and Sanborn, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center with a second location now in Sanborn.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
The DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as we get set for basketball. Some men's basketball games underway already. They include Cumberland's leading Mobile 41-40 at halftime. Life leading Indiana Wesleyan at halftime 37-31. Also in men's play, Spring Arbor leads Freed Hardman 41-33. Morningside and Bethel, they're midway through the first half. Morningside leads 19-18. And Oklahoma Wesleyan and Dordt set to begin here shortly. We'll have more games beginning at 4 o'clock, and we'll stretch into the evening with some West Coast games as well. Women's basketball, there is a wrench thrown in the bracket. The bracket opposite this one for the matchup of the round of 16 was delayed. That was scheduled to be played in Langston, Oklahoma, and we conversed with some people late in the evening last night. I said, what's the deal at Langston? And they said, well, there are wildfires that were within 3 miles of campus, and they actually evacuated the facility yesterday after the men had concluded play. So the women will hopefully get their 2 games in today, and they're scheduled to conclude that tomorrow, and that includes Dakota Wesleyan out of the Great Plains Athletic Conference, which we locally pay attention to. Dakota Wesleyan and the Masters playing at 5 o'clock. Langston, the host school, is playing Blue Mountain, with the winners advancing to play in the championship game tomorrow at Langston. They will play the title game today for the men. They'll stay on schedule with the men if everything goes according to plan in Langston, Oklahoma today. We are just about set for basketball. The Dordt defenders in their home whites. Oklahoma Wesleyan in their navy blues. They wore their grays yesterday, and we are set for basketball. Ben Fairclaw will be jumping it up for the Dordt defenders. He will jump against Jaden Litsky. And we are underway with basketball. Opening tap controlled by the defenders. And coming up with the basketball is Luke Rankin. Rankin is guarded initially by McKenzie. Bounces it left side to Milliken. Milliken jumper from 10, missed it, no good. And the rebound taken away by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Oklahoma Wesleyan with the basketball. Derek Talton Jr. Talton Jr. Step back, blocked by Fairclaw, out of bounds. It will be Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. So Oklahoma Wesleyan maintains possession of the basketball after the ball was blocked out of bounds by Ben Fairclaw. They throw it in right side, look for the post entry pass. With it out front is McKenzie. McKenzie into the paint, challenged by Rankin. And Yashi McKenzie with a 2-point bucket. So Oklahoma Wesleyan with a 2-0 lead early. Luke Rankin with the basketball, shakes, he's at the free throw line, comes back outside to Fairclaw. Fairclaw hands it back over to Rankin. Rankin, left side it comes Rankin. Kopic, that was back to Rankin. Rankin over to Kopic. Kopic right side Fairclaw, 13 to shoot for the defenders. They probe, give it over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen baseline, he's working against Nick Benet. Shot no good by Lorenzen. And the rebound is cleared by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Oklahoma Wesleyan over the basketball. Derek Talton Jr. with it out front. Derek Talton Jr. working against Bryce Kopic. And Derek Talton Jr. in between the circles out front. He passes left side to Stanek. Stanek with it on the wing. Stanek working his way down against Fairclaw. Has it on the baseline, 10 to shoot. Looking for the post entry pass. They throw it in. Now the kick out pass back to Stanek. Stanek off the glass, missed it, no good. Tap, no good. Rebound, Fairclaw. Fairclaw with the basketball, and he is fouled on the play by Oklahoma Wesleyan. That foul is going to go on number 10, Isaac Stanek. So Stanek whistled for the personal foul. That's foul number 1 against him. Connor Milliken will inbound the basketball for the defenders. He has the length of the floor in front of him. They'll get it into Luke Rankin. He'll work it up against McKenzie. Brings it up the sideline, dribbling with the right hand. Wants a ball screen from Fairclough. Gets one from Fairclough. Here's Rankin. Rankin with the elbow jumper. Good. Luke Rankin with a 2-point bucket, and we're tied 2-2. 2-2 our score. Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. Right side, Derek Talton. Talton with it at the top of the key. Dordt switches on the screen out front. They get it left side over to Stanek. Stanek down to the baseline. Stanek has it on the wing. Guarded there by Lorenzen. Kick out pass, back out front, Litsky. Litsky looking for the backdoor cut. 10 to shoot. Comes back to McKenzie. McKenzie looking for the pass down low. Tipped away. 5 to shoot. Comes back to Stanek. Stanek has the dribble. Gets it over to Talton. And a shot is off the mark. No good. And a shot clock violation against Oklahoma Wesleyan. A shot clock violation against Oklahoma Wesleyan. That one got off just a whisper late. And the Dordt defenders will have the basketball back. Bryce Kopic will throw it in front of the Dordt student section. Dordt gets the basketball. They get it up to Rankin. Rankin gets a ball screen from Fairclough. Luke spots up. His three, too strong, no good. And the rebound taken away by Benet. Benet comes back over to Stanek. Stanek with it. Stanek lost it. Taken away by Lorenzen. Lorenzen, one player to beat. Lays it up. Right hand good. Lucas Lorenzen with a 2-point bucket, and the Dordt defenders lead 4-2 with 4 unanswered. Derek Talton Jr., right-hand side. They throw it over the top. Dordt on the help defense. Underneath, that's Litsky. Throws it back to the perimeter. Comes back outside McKenzie. Ball deflected, taken away by Fairclough. Here comes Lorenzen. Lorenzen feeds it ahead to Milliken. Milliken with the right hand shot, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Oklahoma Wesleyan. They're coming back the other way. Transition three. Stanek missed it. No good. Rebound cleared by the defenders. Here comes Rankin. Rankin wants to run the floor. Comes back left side. Lorenzen. Three. Off the mark. No good. Too strong. And the rebound taken away by Oklahoma Wesleyan and Talton. Talton has it across the timeline. Talton has it in between the circles. Talton looking. Has it, left-hand side, still dribbling, 14 to shoot. Fairclough guarding him. Comes back out front, top of the key, three is good for Benet. Benet with the 3-point bucket, and the defenders trail 5-4. Coming back the other way is Rankin. Rankin with it, gives it up Lorenzen. Lorenzen back right side to Rankin. Rankin, Kopic. Kopic, player on him is McKenzie. Comes back over to Milliken, 14 to shoot. Connor in, reverse layup, good. Connor Milliken with a reverse layup. Dordt leads 6-5. Milliken coming off a 22-point performance yesterday. Talton shot in the paint, no good, and the rebound is tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Litsky. It will be Dordt basketball. Ethan Williams checks into the game for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Dylan Phillips checks in. Stanek will check out along with McKenzie. Dordt with a 6-5 lead. Jake Hargens will check into the game. Bryce Kopic will check out. Ty Van Essen also in the game right now for the defenders. He comes in for Fairclough. So both teams going to the bench with just 4 minutes gone in this contest, getting into their rotation. Winner advances on to Kansas City. Driving, left hand is Rankin. Caught in the air, gets it over to Hargens. Hargens comes over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen drives the paint, puts up the 15-footer, good. Lucas Lorenzen with a 2-point bucket. He's got 4, and the defenders lead 8-5. 8-5 Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. Talton with it. Talton guarded there by Rankin. Wants to go baseline. Cut off. Gets it back up out front. Van Essen guarding closely. Jaden Litsky. Litsky has it swiped away. Benet. Benet, 3. Good. Nick Benet with the 3-point basket. He averages 6.9 points per game. He ties it at 8. With the basketball, Rankin. Rankin shakes right, goes back left, comes back over to Hargens. Hargens with it at the top of the key. Hargens probing, trying to get into the paint. Now back outside Milliken, 14 to shoot. Connor spins, back to Hargens. Hargens short corner attacking. Comes back to Van Essen, ball fake. Van Essen puts it up and he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Ty Van Essen fouled on the wing 3. Used the ball fake to get the defender up in the air, and then on the recovery, the foul call was against Nick Benet. That's foul number 1 on Benet. Team foul number 2 against Oklahoma Wesleyan. And they're going to review whether this is a 2 or a 3, and this will also be a media timeout, I believe. So this timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dordt University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Well, following a video review, Ty Vanessen awarded 3 free throws. Misses the first one. He's a 65% free thrower. Second one on the way. That one is up and through, so he makes 1 of 2. Now he's got a third try because it was a 3-point basket attempt that he was fouled on. Vanessen, a 6'5 junior from Sheldon, Iowa, trying to extend the lead back to 2 for the defenders. Third free throw is up and good for Vanessen. He makes his second of the trip. And the defenders lead 10-8. 10-8 our score. Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. Talton gives it up. Litsky driving in. Dordt tries to double him. Looking for the back cut. Now comes back right side instead. With the basketball, this is Wilson. Wilson puts it on the deck against Vanessen. Wilson, short shot, in and out, no good. Ripped down by Lorenzen, outlets to Rankin. Rankin does not have the numbers. Rankin stops on the elbow, feeds the trailer. Lorenzen from the wing, 3, good. Lucas Lorenzen with the 3, and the defenders lead 13-8. A transition triple for Lorenzen, and here comes Oklahoma Wesleyan. Talton with it. Dordt brings the double team. They're going to try to force it out of his hands. Ball deflected, picked up by Oklahoma Wesleyan, and the fortunate bounce for them back to Jaden Wilson, and Wilson knocks it down from short range. It's 13-10. Banked it in from the right-hand side. Rankin gives it up to Hargens. Hargens working his way in, gets in deep. His shot flipped off of the glass, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Oklahoma Wesleyan as Hargens tried to pass it back out to the perimeter with 17 on the shot clock. Bryce Kopic will check out of the ball game. Luke Rankin will check in. And throwing the ball in will be Lucas Lorenzen. Dordt leading 13-10, 13:30 remaining here in the half. Kopic puts up the short jumper. It's no good. Tapped by Lorenzen, no good. And Litsky comes away with it for Wesleyan. He feeds it ahead. With it on the left-hand side is Williams. Williams brings it back to the top of the key. Goes back right side. Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. Talton. Dordt leading 13-10, 13:08 remaining in the half. Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. This is Phillips. Phillips feeds the cutter. Williams back outside. Phillips, 3, rattles, no good. And another rebound for Lucas Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball. Shakes left, comes back right. In the air, his shot, count the hoop, and he is fouled. Lucas Lorenzen with the 2-point bucket. He's got 9, and the defender lead is 15-10 with a chance to extend it on the 3-point play. Today's admission for all Dordt students was made possible by American State Bank, American Investment and Trust, Edward Jones Investment, and Bohr & Sons. We thank them for their support in making it possible for the Dordt students to attend free of charge. They're covering those tickets, so a thank you to those businesses. Lucas Lorenzen with an opportunity at the three-point play. Too strong, no good. Ball tapped in the air, and it's controlled by Kopic. Proctor, three, right wing, no good. Rebound, Fairclaw. Fairclaw with it, pinned on the baseline, comes back out to Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. Dordt leading 15-10. Ball's loose. Kopic had his pocket picked. Comes back right side. They get it underneath. Shot no good, but there for the rebound. They're going to call a foul before the shot, well, actually on the initial shot attempt. So they're going to give two foul shots on the play. So the Dordt defenders miss on that opportunity to extend the lead, and Oklahoma Wesleyan able to weather that flurry, and now a chance to bring it back to a three-point game. First free throw by Jaden Wilson is good. He's a 64% free thrower, coming off a 6-point performance yesterday, averaging 5 points per game. 3 points so far for him. He had the bank shot earlier, makes that free throw as well, and the defender lead is 15-12. Wesleyan basketball, they bring it into the front court with Kopic. He goes right-hand side to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball, puts it on the deck at the free throw line. 17-footer, too strong, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Talton. Talton with it. Talton out front, guarded by Kopic. They throw it into the post, and we've got a foul called on the post entry pass. That's going to go on Jake Proctor. Proctor whistled for the personal foul. That's number 2 on Jake. So both fouls called so far today on the defenders against Jake Proctor, the sophomore from Heston, Kansas. And they throw it in. He played in the KCAC last year in Tabor, so he's familiar with this Oklahoma Wesleyan team. Down on the baseline, spinning. Shot is up, no good, but there for the rebound and the putback is Litsky. Litsky makes it 15-14. Defenders by a point, so back-to-back buckets. Our back-to-back productive trips for Wesleyan. Lorenzen, top of the key three, answering yes. Lucas Lorenzen with his second three. He's got 12 points, and the defender lead is 18-14. Wesleyan basketball, Talton. They look down low. Instead, throw it to the corner, and the three-pointer is up and through for Phillips. Phillips with the three-point basket. It's 18-17. Right-hand side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen drives in, fires it back out. Hargens, top of the key, 3-4. Kopic missed it, side of the iron, and the rebound is taken away by Benet. Chance for Wesleyan to take the lead. Proctor had it, now tipped back to Wesleyan. Top of the key, three-pointer, up and through for Dylan Phillips. Phillips with 6, and Wesleyan takes a 20-18 lead. 2018 our score, and Bryce Kopic is going to be called for a offensive foul. So Bryce Kopic whistled for the personal foul, extended the forearm as he tried to shed the defensive player. 20-18, Wesleyan with the 2-point lead, and right now Wesleyan on a 6-0 run. Dordt had an 18-14 lead and had the basketball. Failed to convert. Now Wesleyan has taken some momentum here in the midpoint of this half. They give it to Phillips, who's had the hot hand. He's got a couple of threes to his credit on the last 2 possessions. Hit a corner 3 and then a deep top of the key 3. Talton, shot blocked by Fairclaw. Rebound taken away by the defenders. Here comes Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. Bryce has it at the top of the key. Feeds it left side to Hargens. Hargens with it on the right elbow. Hargens trying to go to work. And he will go to work underneath. Shot with the right hand, good. Jake Hargens with a 2-point bucket. Dordt ties it 20-all. Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. We've got about a quarter of this one done. Dordt and Oklahoma Wesleyan tied 20-20. Talton looking for the pass out to the perimeter. Does. Kopic covers up. Benet fires it underneath. Fairclaw. The defense. Shot tipped. Rebound taken away by the defenders. And Rankin. Rankin lets traffic clear. Luke with the basketball on the right-hand side. Gets a ball screen. He's got it 17 feet out on the left-hand wing. Comes back over to Kopic. Kopic at the top of the key. Comes back left side Hargens. Hargens is going to go baseline. Hargens back over to Fairclaw. Rankin, ball fake. Rankin, floater in the paint, good. Luke Rankin with 4. Dordt leads 22-20. 22-20. Dordt answering the run by Oklahoma Wesleyan with a 4-point run of their own. Wesleyan will call for a set play from the sideline. Talton They get it back out front. Benet, 17-footer, good. Nick Benet with 8 points. We're tied 22 all. With it on the right-hand side is Rankin. Rankin brings it back up the floor. We'll have a media timeout at our next dead ball. Pass goes to Hargens. Hargens comes back to Kopic. Kopic down to the baseline. Kopic pinned. Back over to Fairclough. Touch pass back over to Rankin. Checks the shot clock. 10 to shoot. He's guarded there by McKenzie. Goes back to Hargens. Hargens off of the glass. No good. Rebound tipped and Fairclough comes down with it. Throws it into the corner. Kopic. Kopic on the move. Kopic drives in and he is fouled on the play. So Bryce Kopic will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 free throws with his team tied 22-22. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants, offices in Sioux Center and Lamar's. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes, Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell, providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here. Bryce Kopic will be shooting free throws when we resume play. He'll shoot 2 as he was fouled in the act of shooting. That foul was called on Dylan Phillips. Now that's notable because that's his second, and he has the 2 3-pointers that kind of got things rolling for Oklahoma Wesleyan, so he is checked out of the ball game. Bryce Kopic will go to the free throw line, and he will shoot 2. The 5th-year senior from Haywarden makes the first. He's got another one on the way. And a second free throw coming here for Kopic. Dordt leading 23-22. Second free throw is up, and that one is good as well. So Bryce Kopic makes both free throws, and the defender lead is 24-22. Up the floor, picking it up is Talton. Talton goes top of the key, Litsky. Litsky out front, Stanek. Stanek on the right side, guarded by Fairclough. They're looking for the post-entry pass. They get it into Litsky, the 6'7 senior. Fires it into the corner. Talton 3, good. Derek Talton with his first basket of the day. And the Dordt defenders trail 25-24. Well, Wesleyan, normally a 31% three-point shooting team. They have been on the mark today. So far, 5 of 7 from the three-point line. 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Dordt trailing by a point. Fairclough's pass to a cutter Kopic is tipped out of bounds on the sideline. Dordt, by comparison, 2 of 6 so far from the three-point line, 33%. The Oklahoma Wesleyan, my assessment so far in this one, they are much more engaged than they were yesterday. Took them a while to get going in the game earlier to yesterday. Steele, here comes Talton. Talton shot blocked by Lorenzen, but coming away with the offensive rebound and the putback is Stanek. Stanek makes it 27-24. Lorenzen three-pointer, good. Lucas Lorenzen ties it at 27 with the three-pointer. Moments after, Oklahoma Wesleyan had a transition basket, and now Wesleyan will throw it away into the backcourt. Nick Benet unable to get to the pass from Talton, and with 7:24 left to go in the first half, Dordt will inbound the basketball. Throwing the ball in will be Milliken. Milliken gets it in to Rankin. Rankin with the basketball, now to Lorenzen. Lorenzen to Kopic. Kopic with it, right-hand side. Lorenzen too strong, no good. Rebound tapped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fairclough for Dordt. It will be Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. 27-27. Well, the basketball is Talton. Talton on the right-hand side. Talton looking down low. He feeds it to Litsky. Litsky back to Talton. Talton looking for Litsky. Now throws it into the paint. Benet. Benet back to the cutter. Talton. Talton fires it to the corner. 3 for the lead. Good. Isaac Stanton with the three-point basket. And Dordt comes back the other way, trailing by a triple. With it on the right-hand side is Milliken. Milliken with it. Tries to get around the ball screen. Passes it back to Kopic. 20 to shoot for the defenders. They've got it on the right-hand side. Bryce Kopic with it back to the top of the key. He hesitates. Spins into the paint. Fading away from 10. Rattles it. In and out. No good. And the rebound is controlled by Benet. Benet back to McKenzie. McKenzie will bring it up the floor. Oklahoma Wesleyan with a chance to build on the lead for the first time, and we're going to have a travel called on McKenzie. McKenzie stumbled at the free throw line, gathered, and then stumbled again and gets whistled for the travel. It is Dordt basketball. Hargens gets the ball inbounded to Rankin. Dordt trailing Wesleyan 30-27. Rankin to the free throw line. Hargens back to the basket, back over to Vanessen. Vanessen to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball. Lorenzen into the paint. Lorenzen puts it up. Shot no good, blocked. Rebound taken away. Here comes Talton. Talton hesitates, throws into the corner. Three-pointer Stanek, no, takes a step in. Top of the key is Talton. Talton another three. My goodness. Oklahoma Wesleyan 8 for 10 now from the three-point line. Beg your pardon, 7 of 9 from the three-point line. And they extend the lead to 6. Dort's got to find a way to stay in it right now. 33-27, Wesleyan in front. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin with it, comes back right side. Milliken 3, good. Connor Milliken with the 3. Dordt trails by 3, 33-30. 33-30 for Milliken. He's got 5 points. Talton gets a ball screen. Now he's covered by Vanessen. Comes back right side, Benet. Benet back to Stanek. Stanek spins into the paint. 15-footer from straight on, off the glass, no good. Rebound taken away by Rankin, ahead to Milliken. Milliken with the basketball. Milliken against Talton, back to Lorenzen. Ball fake. Three-pointer, too strong, no good. High off of the rim, and the rebound is controlled by Vanessen. Vanessen is fouled on the play. Vanessen is fouled on the play. And Ty Vanessen will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as he was fouled in the act of shooting. And this will be the under 5 media timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. We'll be back with more in a minute.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning into the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home. The Dordt defenders leading, trailing 33-30, so the review has concluded. They reviewed briefly. I'm not sure what the question was about. Donnie Bostwick at the timeout, media timeout, strolled out and spent much of that timeout talking to the officials about something he interpreted that he saw. And the officials went back, took a look at it. Common foul. And the defenders are shooting free throws, trailing 33-31 currently. Second free throw is up and good, 33-32. Defenders trailing by a point. Here comes Oklahoma Wesleyan over the basketball. They pass to McKenzie. McKenzie with it out front. McKenzie goes back over to Talton. Talton at the free throw line, guarded there by Rankin. Rises up, his shot misses, no good. Rebound cleared, and we've got a foul on the play called on Oklahoma Wesleyan. Foul's going to go on McKenzie. That's number 1 on him. And team foul number 6 against Oklahoma Wesleyan. And Ty Vanessen will inbound the basketball with his team trailing by a point. Dordt on a 5-0 run, though. Bringing the basketball up the floor is Luke Rankin. Rankin with it. Luke Rankin has it, driving left-hand side, stops, back to Ty. Ty down to the baseline. Ty back outside Rankin. Rankin back to Vanessen. Vanessen gives it short corner Hargens. Hargens has it tapped away. And we've got a foul on the play. And the foul is going to be called on on the defenders and Luke Rankin. Are we going to look at this too? And we're going to look at it. So we're going to have yet another official review. We're 16 minutes into this one. And Joe Wells, the official, comes over and says we are not looking at that. It was a basketball play. And we will inbound the basketball. Let's play basketball. That's basically the sense I get right now. The officials want to get things moving along. We've been starting and stopping a fair amount recently. Pass comes right side McKenzie. McKenzie gives it up over to Litsky. Litsky with it back over to Talton. Talton with it on the left wing. That's the 4th foul against the defenders. Pass goes left side Litsky. Litsky back to Talton. Talton gives it underneath Litsky. Litsky trying to put it up, and his wraparound no good, but the tap in is no good. Litsky comes away with it. Litsky in the paint against Fairclough. Shot no good, but a foul on the play called on Ben Fairclough. Fairclough called for the personal foul. That's number 1 on him. And Jaden Litsky, a 65% free thrower, will go to the charity stripe to shoot 2. Dordt trailing 33-32. Wesleyan had a 6-point lead moments ago. Now Litsky shooting 2 free throws. First one off the mark, no good. And the second free throw on the way for Litsky. That's been a physical game in the paint so far. Neither team into the bonus yet. Litsky's free throw misses, no good. And the rebound cleared by the defenders and Lucas Lorenzen. Lorenzen with 3 rebounds to his credit. And the defenders have the basketball down a point. Rankin with it, has it tapped away. Reaching in and tapping it away was McKenzie. Here comes Talton. Talton with it into the front court. Litsky. Litsky with a layup, good. Jaden Litsky with 4 points. A transition basket for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Back it goes Milliken. Milliken back outside Fairclough. Lorenzen back to Rankin. Rankin fires it back to Milliken. Milliken ball fake. Fairclough. Fairclough ball fake back to Milliken. Milliken 3 for the tie. Missed it, no good. Long rebound cleared by Rankin. Rankin with the basketball, and we have a well, my question is, do they think that Milliken's shot didn't hit the rim? That could be what they're questioning. And they'll leave the shot clock at 18. Throwing the ball in will be Lucas Lorenzen. Lorenzen gives it to Rankin. Rankin with it out front. 2:44 left to go here in the first half. Pass goes left side. Hargens. Hargens gathers himself up strong. Good. Jake Hargens with 4 points. Dordt back of then a point, trailing 35-34. Talton wants a clear out. Now he's got Fairclaw guarding him. Throws over the top and threw it away. Overextending to Jaden Litsky. Litsky unable to get to it on the high-low pass. And the defenders will have the basketball back, trailing by a point. Bryce Kopic will check into the game. Luke Rankin will check out. And now they're going to try to bring pressure against Kopic. Dordt will need to inbound. They throw it into midcourt. Jake Hargens. Hargens with it at half court. Hargens wants to give it back to Milliken. He does. Now Kopic. Kopic against Talton. Hargens back to Milliken. Milliken with it. Milliken splits the defense. Hands it back to Hargens. Hargens back out front. Lorenzen, 12 to shoot for the defenders. 2:04 left to go in the half. Left side pass, Kopic, and Kopic's going to be called for traveling. Travel violation called on Kopic. Shuffled his feet before he put the ball on the deck. And checking into the ball game is Ethan Williams. Williams will inbound the basketball in the backcourt. Derek Talton will bring it up. Derek Talton across the half-court stripe. And Talton has it on the right wing, using his dribble. Still has it at the top of the key. Talton, shot, short, no good. Rebound tapped out and controlled by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Pass left side, Williams. Williams, pull-up jumper from 15, missed it, no good. And the rebound cleared by Jake Hargens. Hargens over to Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Touches it back to Kopic. Right side Lorenzen. 3 on the way. Missed it. No good. There for the rebound is Fairclaw. Back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with it into the corner. Ben. 3. In and out. No good. And the rebound cleared by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Oklahoma Wesleyan still leading 35-34. 1:15 left to go in the first half. Wesleyan basketball. McKenzie. Yashim McKenzie. His shot. Count the hoop, and he is fouled on the Euro step, and he'll go to the free throw line for a 3-point play opportunity with 1:06 remaining. And McKenzie will go to the free throw line now to try to extend it to a 4-point lead. McKenzie, a 77% free thrower. He's got 4 points so far. So McKenzie will shoot for the 3-point attempt. Free throw is up, rattles, no good. Dordt still trails by 3. 37-34 defenders, down by 3. With the right-hand side, Rankin. Rankin working against Talton. Rankin goes left side, Fairclaw. Fairclaw, right side, Kopic. Lorenzen, ball fake, drives in. And he steps on the end line out of bounds. It will be Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball with a chance to build on the 3-point lead. So Wesleyan is led by as many as 6. Dordt had the lead down to 1 on a few different occasions. It's now 3, and Wesleyan has the basketball with a chance to extend it. 37-34, Wesleyan basketball. Derek Talton. Talton will bring it up against Kopic. And Talton throws left wing Litsky. Litsky looking to pass off, use the dribble, backdoor cut, and the shot is good for Talton. Talton got to the spot pretty quickly. Dordt unable to recover. 5-point lead right now for Wesleyan. Dordt looking for a basket to close the half. Bryce Kopic with the basketball out front. It's guarded by McKenzie. And Kopic, 10 seconds left. He's dribbling at midcourt. Bryce Kopic at the top of the key, 3 to shoot. Bryce fires 3, good. Bryce Kopic with the 3-pointer right at the horn, and the Dordt defenders trail 39-37 at halftime. 39-37, defenders down 2 as we hit intermission. We will get to our post-game recap In a couple of minutes, you're watching Dordt Defender basketball and NAIA National Championship second round play on the Dordt Media Network and KIHK. Let's take a 2-minute break and we'll be back with a recap of the first half of action in 2 minutes.
Homegrown. Community.
Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski Vault Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski Vault Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Vault and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, site of the NAIA National Championship second round, featuring the Dordt Defenders against Oklahoma Wesleyan for the right to move on to Kansas City. Second game of the day today, starting at about 5:30, will be Dordt versus St. Francis in women's basketball play. That'll be at approximately 5:30 this afternoon. Let's go ahead and run the highlights on the Dordt Media Network and recap the first half of play. We were tied at 2 and 8. Dordt extended the lead to 15-10. Story of the first half, though, three-point shooting by Oklahoma Wesleyan, 7 of 9 for the first half. That's a day after they went 3 for 20. The defenders able to stay in it, though, as they had a 15-10 lead. Wesleyan took their first lead of the first half, though, their second lead of the first half at 20-18, and Dordt tied it again at 20 and 22. Dordt had a 24-22 lead, and it was tied again at 27 before back-to-back threes by Oklahoma Wesleyan put them up by 6, 33-27, and the defenders were battling from behind the rest of the half. Dordt had it down to 33-32, and they were down again at 35-34. Wesleyan took a 39-34 lead late in the first half, and the defenders' Bryce Kopic responded with a three-point basket just before the horn to make it 39-37 Wesleyan at the half. Dordt is led unofficially by Lucas Lorenzen with 15 points, while Oklahoma Wesleyan is topped by Nick Benet and Derek Talton Jr. with 8 points apiece. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with a look at all the numbers from the first half of play in 2 minutes.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value in growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? Now, this time of year is everyone's favorite. And no, I'm not talking about the welcoming of spring here in the cold Midwest. No, it's tax time, when we sometimes not so willingly file our tax returns and pay any remaining taxes due. Have you ever wondered, am I doing all I can to be tax efficient? Not just when I file my tax return, but throughout the year? And not just this year, but over the long term? And would additional tax efficient strategies fit with the rest of my financial game plan? For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Here then are your numbers. Oklahoma Wesleyan 15 of 30 from the floor, including 7 of 9 on three-pointers, 2 for 5 from the free throw line, 50%, 78%, and 40%. Dordt has a 2017 rebounding edge. Dordt's committed 7 turnovers. Oklahoma Wesleyan has committed 6. Dordt is 13 of 32 from the floor, 41%, 5 for 14 on threes, 36%, and 6 of 8 on free throws, 75%. The defenders are led by Lucas Lorenzen with 15 points. He's 6 of 13 from the floor and 3 of 7 from the three-point line. He also has 3 rebounds. 5 points each for Connor Milliken and Bryce Kopic. 4 points each for Jake Hargens, Ty Evanescent, and Luke Rankin. Rankin also has 4 rebounds and 2 assists. For Oklahoma Wesleyan, they are led by Derek Talton Jr. with 8. Nick Benet has 8. 4 for Yashi McKenzie. 4 for Jaden Litsky. 5 for Isaac Stanek. 4 for Jaden Wilson. And 6 for Dylan Phillip. 6 rebounds for Nick Benet. 5 for Jaden Litsky. 4 assists for Talton. 3 assists for Jaden Litsky. And 3 steals for McKenzie. 39-37 Oklahoma Wesleyan with a 2-point lead at the half. Let's take another 2-minute break, and we'll be back with a rundown of what else is happening in the NAIA today right after this. Today's broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast, brought to you by Cruise & Cruise PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the dome, we have a space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes. It's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. Hope you stop by soon.
"16 women's games are being played today. 16 men's games are being played in the NAIA. A couple men's games have gone final. Cumberland's leads Mobile 93-77. They defeat Mobile. Life defeats Indiana Wesleyan 88-72 today. Freed Hardman is leading Spring Arbor 70-69 with under a minute to go. Morningside and Bethel, Indiana deadlocked at 59-59 midway through the second half. Pikeville and Grace have not started, at least their score has not updated. St. Francis of Indiana and Georgetown are primed to begin shortly, as is Kaiser and William Woods. Later today, Northwestern is at Huntington, and Concordia is playing Baker. That's Concordia out of Nebraska. Those are a couple of schools that come out of the same conference as the Dordt Defenders. Women's basketball later today, 5:30 here at the DeWitt Gym. It'll be Dordt versus St. Francis of Illinois. That is scheduled for a 5:30 start time. In women's basketball, already in the books, Stillman loses to Indiana Tech. That one is a final, and that one has Indiana Tech advancing with a 64-54 win. So Indiana Tech is through to Sioux City. Mission of Missouri, that's an NCCAA game, I believe. So that one not involved in the NAIA National Championship Series. Xavier leads William Carey 56-36. Campbellsville down to William Baptist earlier today, 80-61. Campbellsville advances through to Sioux City with that 19-point win. Langston leads Blue Mountain Christian 33-31. That's part of that bracket that has been delayed by a game with the women's basketball. With Langston and Blue Mountain State playing. And then at 5 o'clock today, it'll be Dakota Wesleyan versus the Masters. They're scheduled to play the finals tomorrow. Again, that was delayed due to wildfires, but near campus, near enough to campus that they evacuated yesterday. The men's games were played. They're scheduled to play their championship today. The women are playing their first round games today, and their second round game is scheduled for tomorrow. That is of interest because that's the other half of the bracket of the Dordt versus St. Francis game happening later today. In this one, the winner of this one, Dordt and Oklahoma Wesleyan, advance on to play the winner of Baker and Concordia in Kansas City, either Thursday or Friday of next week. Let's take a 1 minute break, just a 1 minute break, and we'll be back with second half action from the DeWitt Gym. Dordt versus Oklahoma Wesleyan, NAIA National Championship second round play. Back with more in a minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
39-37, Oklahoma Wesleyan with a 2-point lead as we start the second half of play, and the Eagles will have the basketball. Nick Benet hands it off to Talton. Talton brings it into the front court. Talton passes it off to Litsky. Litsky back to the basket. Oklahoma Wesleyan in those navy blue jerseys. Into the paint, Lorenzen holding his ground on the drive by Stanek. Kick out pass, Stanek. Stanek gets it back. Stanek drives in, shot is blocked from behind, but out of bounds. Last touched by Dordt. It'll be Wesleyan basketball. Ben Fairclaw with another blocked shot. So Ben Fairclaw with a blocked shot. I believe that's his third today. Came in averaging 2 blocked shots per game, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Dordt as Connor Milliken able to get a hand on it. Sends it out of bounds in front of the Wesleyan bench. Wesleyan inbounding. Nick Benet to throw it in. 4 to shoot now for Wesleyan. They get it in. Out front. Shot. Talton. Talton 3. Good. Quick release by Talton. He's got 11. And it's a 42-37 ball game with Oklahoma Wesleyan leading. Rankin gets the ball inbounded to Bryce Kopic. Kopic will bring it up. So Bryce Kopic takes it across the timeline. Kopic hands it off to Rankin. Rankin with the ball. Rankin dribbling it out on the right wing. Might be a zone here applied by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Kopic, back it goes to Milliken. Milliken, Kopic. Kopic in the paint, puts it up. Shot no good, but he's fouled on the play by Isaac Stanek. Stanek whistled for foul number 2. Bryce Kopic will go to the free throw line, trying to slice into the 5-point lead. Wesleyan is led by as many as 6. That was at 33-27. First free throw on the way for Bryce is up on the rim, good. Another one on the way for Kopic, trying to bring it back to a 3-point ball game. 6 points now for Bryce, 3 of them from the free throw line, and then the buzzer beater to give him his 6. Second free throw on the way for the senior from Hayward, and this one's up and rattles it, no good. 48-32. Beg your pardon, 42-38. And bringing the basketball up again will be Derek Talton. Talton with it out front. Talton with it on the right-hand side. Talton passes it off to McKenzie. McKenzie driving in. Nothing there. Throws it back out front for Benet. Benet, pull-up jumper from 15, good. Nick Benet with the 2-point bucket. He's got 10, and it's back to a 6-point game, 44-38. Right side it goes Lorenzen. Lorenzen to Fairclaw. Fairclaw picks up his dribble, looking for someone to give it to. Back to Kopic. Kopic 3, good. Bryce Kopic answers with a 3-point basket from the right wing, and the defenders back to within 3, 44-41. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the second half. McKenzie has the basketball out front for Wesleyan. He passes it off to Talton, guarded there by Kopic. He's trying to back Kopic down, comes back over to McKenzie. McKenzie guarded by Rankin. Rankin swipes it away. Milliken comes up with it. Milliken, diagonal pass over to Lorenzen, gathers it in. 2 players around him. Now he loses it, picks it up back over to Rankin. Rankin at the top of the key, 20 to shoot. Rankin goes left side, Fairclaw. Fairclaw back to Rankin. Rankin with it. Free throw line jumper. Off the heel, too strong, no good. And the rebound taken down by Jaden Litsky. Litsky with another carom. And for Litsky, that's his 6th rebound today. And the defenders missed the opportunity to cut into the 3-point lead. It's 44-41. Wesleyan basketball playing with the lead. They go over to McKenzie. McKenzie to Litsky. Litsky, top of the key 3, missed, no good. Right fight for the basketball, and the defenders unable to secure the rebound, and coming down with it is Litsky. Litsky with a reverse layup, and it's 46-41. Dordt back down. Pass out front to Fairclaw. Fairclaw at the top of the key, guarded there by Litsky. Comes back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen steps in his 2 from 17, right side, good. Lucas Lorenzen with 17, and the defenders trail by 3, 46-43. With the basketball, Talton setting the offense. Talton comes left side, back over to Benet. Benet passes left wing. This is Phillips. Phillips lost it, picks it back up. Throw it to Litsky. Litsky out on the floor against Fairclaw. And Litsky off of the glass, and Litsky just bowls his way to the hoop, gets the reverse layup. Dordt trails 48-43. Gonna have to string some stops together for the defenders right now, swapping baskets, 16 minutes remaining. Kopic drives in, his shot no good, thought he drew some contact, and the rebound cleared by Wesleyan, a chance to extend the 5-point lead. Shot is up and good for Derek Talton, and Dort's gonna need a timeout. 13 points for Derek Talton, 50-43. Wesleyan with their biggest lead of the ball game. Oklahoma Wesleyan with a 7-point advantage. We have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. (50-43). Wesleyan has taken a 7-point lead. This is their biggest lead of the ball game, and so now the defenders will have to battle from behind. And throwing the ball in will be Bryce Kopic. Kopic gets it to Rankin. Rankin back over to Kopic. Kopic with the basketball up the floor, trying to get the numbers. Into the corner, they get it to Milliken. Milliken back to Lorenzen. Dordt decides not to pull the trigger. Here's Rankin. Rankin has it tapped away from behind. McKenzie able to poke it away. And back we go the other way, Oklahoma Wesleyan basketball. McKenzie with it on the wing. They throw it into the post. Litsky back outside McKenzie. McKenzie to Benet. Benet at the top of the key, comes back right side Phillips. Phillips sets a ball screen. No, he gets a ball screen. Back right side to Talton. Talton guarded there by Kopic. Step back three on the way. Talton has it going right now. Derek Talton with 16, and the defenders trail by 10, 53-43, and they need an answer, and an answer quickly. Otherwise, Wesleyan's going to run away and hide with this one. 15 minutes remaining, and we've got a foul on the play called on Wesleyan. Foul called on number 5, Jaden Litsky. That's his first. Beg your pardon, his second. So Litsky commits the personal foul, and free throws on the way for Lucas Lorenzen. Lorenzen with 17 so far. First free throw is up and good. Litsky commits his second personal in the process. Milliken will check out of the ball game. Jake Hargens will check in. Well, Wesleyan, so far in this half, they've gotten 8 points from Derek Talton, a pair of threes and a 2, the player of the year out of the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference. And Lorenzen makes them both. He's got 19. And the defenders trail 53-45. Wesleyan basketball, Talton. Talton driving in. He misses the layup attempt. Loose basketball, and we've got a reach-in foul called on Luke Rankin. Rankin called for the foul on the rebound. That's going to be number 3 on Luke Rankin. And with 14:54 left to go in the half, 53-45, Wesleyan leads. They've got the basketball out of bounds after the media timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute. We are set for basketball. Dordt in their home whites. Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University.
Faber's going to come out there with the rebound. He'll clear it ahead to Woudstra. Woudstra to Binzola.
No look pass. Lorenzen slammed up. Beckman 3. Bang, bang, bang.
For the Dordt College defenders, they're 30-4 this season. That is a school record, 30 wins.
Basic in the near wing, out on top to Jerry Moore. Lobs it to Kevin Veenstra.
In traffic. Gets it to go, and he is fouled. They get it to Bendong. Bendong puts it up. Tough shot. Got it to go.
0, it's over.
And for the first time in program history, Dordt is your NAIA national champions.
Underneath, Hargens over the basket. Dordt wins. Dordt wins. The defenders win. Reminder that today's admission for all Dordt students, we thank these businesses for making it possible for the Dordt students to attend free of charge. American State Bank, American Investment and Trust, Edward Jones Investment, and Bohr and Sons. Wesleyan inbounds, and the floater on the quick release by Dylan Phillips. Phillips with 8, and the defenders trail by 10, 55-45. 14:40 left to play in the game. That's in regulation. Right side pass, Lorenzen. Lorenzen with it. Lorenzen throws it into the corner. Hargens back to the basket. Back outside Kopic. 13 to shoot. Comes back over to Rankin. Rankin to Fairclaw. Fairclaw with it. Back to the basket. Working his way in off of the glass. No good. In and out. And the rebound is cleared by Oklahoma Wesleyan. And now the Eagles with a chance to extend the 10-point lead. They have owned the second half so far. It was a 2-point game at the half. It's now a 10-point lead. And muscling it up is Nick Benet. Benet with 8. He finishes with the left hand. And the Dordt defenders trail by 12, 57-45. Out front it comes Fairclaw. Back to Rankin. Rankin to Hargens. Hargens, tightrope walk along the baseline. Back outside Fairclaw. Fairclaw 3, good, and it's back to a 9-point game. First basket of the day for Fairclaw. Dordt trails 57-48. Wesleyan basketball. This is Talton. Talton has it on the right wing. 13:35 and counting. Phillips directing traffic. Phillips looking. They throw it down to the post. Kick out pass back to Phillips. Phillips 3, missed it, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wesleyan. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt basketball. Throwing it in will be Jake Proctor. So the defenders need a rally here. Trailing 57-48. And they get the ball inbounded to Kopic. Kopic will bring it up. So Kopic going for Luke Rankin right now. Kopic throws it high post. Proctor 3, good. Jake Proctor with his first basket of the day. Dordt trails by 6, 57-51. Wesleyan basketball, and Wesleyan wants a timeout. Timeout on the floor, charged to Oklahoma Wesleyan. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
We appreciate the mission of Dordt, but more importantly, the organization, the team of people at Dordt live out that mission every day.
Dordt University's Christian perspective is thoughtfully and authentically applied in all areas of life. Live your faith in every area of life at Dordt University.
(57-51) Oklahoma Wesleyan with a 6-point lead and the basketball. They use the timeout. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining for the final 13:04. We have the under 10 and under 5 timeouts remaining as well for the media. So you'll get a couple of free ones in there as well. You just have to take them when the dead ball happens. McKenzie passes it into Litsky. Litsky right side to Talton. Talton, he's had the hot hand, passes to McKenzie, now Phillips. Benet. Benet looks for the pass down low. It's taken away by Hargens. Outlet pass over to Kopic. Here comes Dordt in transition. Kopic, the trailer Hargens. Hargens, right side Proctor. Proctor over the basketball. Proctor comes back, right side Hargens. Hargens spins into the lane. His off-balance shot can't go. Rebound taken away by Benet. Benet over the basketball. Benet over to Talton. Talton with it. Talton goes left side Phillips. Phillips looking down low, back to Talton, covered by Kopic. Now pass back out front, McKenzie. McKenzie over the basketball. 12:15 left to play in the game. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Derek Talton directing traffic out front. Talton with it on the left wing. Talton, step back 17-footer, good. Derek Talton silences the Dordt crowd for the time being. 59-51, defenders down 8. With the basketball, they go out front. Vanessen step into it, 3, good. Ty Vanessen with 7. Dordt trails by 5, 59-54 on the rhythm 3 by Ty Vanessen. Talton coming back the other way. He's been the gas in the engine today for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Talton, a senior from Fort Worth. He's got 10 second half points, 18 for the ball game. Trying to cross over Vanesson. Comes back outside to Benet. Looking down low. It's a 5-point Oklahoma Wesleyan lead, 10 to shoot. Into the lane is McKenzie. McKenzie with the right hand, no good. Rebound taken away by Vanesson. Here comes Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball. Right side Kopic. Kopic driving in. Tries to hand it off to Hargens, and the ball is tapped away by Talton as the defense retreated for Oklahoma Wesleyan. For the defenders today, they are now 9 of 18 on threes. Oklahoma Wesleyan a little more efficient on three-pointers. They've been 9 of 13. The defenders 44% from the floor. Total 55% for the Eagles. Dordt trailing by 5, 59-55. Throwing the ball in will be Luke Rankin. Rankin throws over the top, finds Vanesson, goes back right side. Lorenzen shot no good, but he's fouled on the play. Foul's going to go on Oklahoma Wesleyan. 2 shots for Dordt. And they're going to call that on Williams, number 1. Ethan Williams whistled for foul number 1. Free throws on the way for Lucas Lorenzen. First one is down, another one on the way. So second free throw on the way for Lorenzen. Lorenzen now with 20. Cuts the lead down currently to 55-59, pending another free throw. Ben Fairclaw is going to check into the game. Ty Vanesson will check out. And a second free throw on the way for the junior from Milford Okoboji. And Lorenzen, right-handed free throw, up and through. So Lucas Lorenzen, 6 points in the second half, 21 for the ball game. Dordt trails 59-56, 11 minutes remaining. Out front is Talton, guarded by Proctor. They feed it into the corner, Woods with the basketball, back over to Talton. Talton guarded by Proctor. Dordt brings a double team. They throw it back left side, and hanging up, no good. Rebound cleared by Lorenzen. Lorenzen gets the ball back over to Rankin. Rankin with it. Dordt down 3. Rankin into the corner, Prince into the corner, Rankin. Back out front, Fairclaw for the tie. It's short, no good. Rebound cleared by Oklahoma Wesleyan. Wesleyan basketball. Wesleyan, Talton with it, guarded by Prince. Now it's Fairclaw guarding Talton. A little bit of a mismatch. You got the quickness for Talton. Dordt brings a double team on the ball. Backing in, kick out pass. Talton into the paint, trying to lean his way in, and they throw it away. Dordt gets a defensive stop, and the defenders will get the basketball back. Talton fired it to the wing, and the wing was moving on the play. Jaden Wilson also on the floor for Oklahoma Wesleyan right now. You got Wilson. You got some new players in. Woods. Talton, he's not going to leave the floor. Milliken, they get the ball into Rankin. Back over to Connor. Connor over the basketball. Might have a jailbreak. Right side Proctor for the tie. No good. Missed it. And the rebound taken away by Litsky. Litsky with it in the backcourt. Comes over to Williams. Williams with the basketball up the floor. 9:50 left to go in the contest. Dordt down 3. Wesleyan over the basketball. On the left-hand side, they go high post. Wilson, free throw line jumper, no good. And the rebound taken away by Rankin. Rankin got it off the deflection. Here come the defenders with a chance to cut into the lead. Left side it goes Lorenzen. Lorenzen puts it on the deck. Lorenzen back over to Vanesson. 19 to shoot for the defenders. Goes back right side to Rankin. Rankin with the left hand. Rankin, free throw line, back to Vanesson. Vanesson, 3, cash! 3-point basket for Ty Vanesson. He's got 10, and we're tied at 59 all. Wesleyan basketball trying to answer. This is Talton. Jumper from 15, missed it short, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wesleyan. It'll be Dordt basketball, and that'll be an immediate timeout. 9:03 remaining in the game. Dordt has come back from a 12-point deficit to tie it 59-59. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Dordt basketball on KIHK and watching the NAIA National Championship second round on the Dordt Media Network. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with more after this.
Biblical truth shapes Dordt's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dordt University.
Something that makes Dordt unique is how they really develop you as a whole person, in leadership, in your own faith, and just in all the different areas that help you grow to be a really successful person, and not just in how much money you make, but the people that you can impact and the legacy that you can create.
Dordt's core program and holistic learning helps students to thrive intellectually, professionally, socially, and spiritually. Become all that God created you to be at Dordt University.
(59-59). It'll be Dordt basketball with a chance to retake the lead for the first time since the first half. With the basketball is Rankin. Rankin with it. Rankin on the right-hand side with it on the wing. Splits the defense. Kicks to Proctor. Proctor three. Off the mark. No good. And here comes Oklahoma Wesleyan with the basketball. This is Dylan Phillips. Phillips with it. Phillips has it at the top of the key. He's guarded there by Proctor. We're tied 59 all. 8:37 remaining. Talton with it, throws it right-hand side, back over to Phillips. Phillips, Talton, they throw it into the post. This is Litsky. Dordt brings a double team. Litsky with the basketball, 9 to shoot. Comes back to Benet. Benet, jumper from 10, no good, and we've got a foul on the play called on the Dordt defenders on the rebound, and that's going to go on Ty Van Essen. Van Essen whistled for the foul. Lots of engagement in the paint that time, both ways. A lot of clutching and grabbing, and they picked out Ty Van Essen for the foul. And inbounding is Wesleyan. 20 to shoot, the fresh 20. They get it into the paint to Benet. Benet, shot blocked by Milliken. Rebound taken away by Kopic. Ball's down on the floor, picked up by Lorenzen. Lorenzen busted play all the way to the hoop. Plays it up the right hand, good. Lucas Lorenzen with a 2-point bucket. He's got 23, and the Dordt defenders lead 61-59. 61-59 our score. Dordt with the lead on the broken play, and a blocking foul called on the Dordt defenders on the drive into the paint. Taking it hard to the basket was Nick Benet. And they will call it before the shot, I believe. They'll reset the shot clock to 20, and that foul's going to go on Ty Van Essen. That's his second. It'll be Wesleyan basketball, down 2, 61-59. Dordt was down at one point, 57-45. Wesleyan basketball, Talton. Talton with it on the left-hand side. He feeds it into the post. Litsky, they bring the double team again. Throw it to Benet for the tie. Short jumper, good. Benet with that little mid-range jumper. He's got 14, 61-61, 7.5 left to go in the game. Buckle up, Buttercup, here we go. With the basketball is Rankin. Rankin shakes left, comes back right, nothing there. Now looks for the pass, throws it into the corner, Milliken. Milliken guarded by the post player, Litsky. Comes back outside. Proctor feeds the post, Lorenzen back to the basket, 5 to shoot. Lorenzen puts it up off the glass, no good. There for the tap in is Milliken. Milliken couldn't finish it, and here comes Oklahoma Wesleyan and Talton. Talton spins into the lane, finishes with the left hand. Derek Talton with another 2, and Wesleyan regains the lead, 63-61. Back we go the other way. Count the hoop for Ty Van Essen, and we go back and forth. Van Essen is fouled in the act of shooting. He gets the shot to go, and he'll go to the free throw line for the 3-point play. Both teams making plays. Foul number 3 called against Dylan Phillips. And going to the free throw line will be Ty Van Essen. 63 all, 6:54 remaining. Dordt able to get a transition basket. Those have been in short supply for both teams today. Free throws on the way for Ty Van Essen. Van Essen free throw, left it short, no good. We're tied 63 all. 63-63. And it's Wesleyan with the basketball. Talton with it. Wesleyan trying to regain the lead. They give it out front to McKenzie. McKenzie with it on the wing. McKenzie, ball deflected, taken away by Lorenzen. Lorenzen, one player to beat, lays it up. 2-point bucket for Lorenzen. Lorenzen with a 2-point basket. 10 in the second half for Lorenzen. Dordt leads 65-63. For the lead, Talton, no. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Milliken. It will be Wesleyan basketball. Milliken and McKenzie both went up for it. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Milliken. It will be Wesleyan basketball, left side of the lane as we face the hoop. 65-63. Defenders by 2. Dordt now shuttling players in and out. Van Essen, Milliken check out of the ball game. Lorenzen, Rankin, Kopic, Hargens, and Fairclaw on the floor for the defenders. They get the ball into Talton. Talton to the post player, Litsky. Litsky back to the basket, back to McKenzie. McKenzie, set shot, 3, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Wesleyan. It'll be Dordt basketball. 6:11 left to play in the game. That's in regulation. Still plenty of work to do for both of these teams. Wesleyan had a 57-45 lead. Dordt has rallied, taken a 2-point lead. That's as much as they have led by. They've led 61-59 and now 65-63. Jake Hargens will be inbounding the basketball. Hargens to throw it in. And Jake gets it in to Bryce Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. He's guarded there by Talton. Look for Wesleyan to continue to turn up the defensive pressure. Talton, player of the year in the KCAC for good reason. He has shown up today. Rankin goes right side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball, guarded by the physical guard, Phillips. Lorenzen in the air, back over to Fairclaw. Short corner, Hargens. Back outside, Kopic. Back to Fairclaw. Fairclaw ball fake and threw it away. And we've got a foul on the play called on Bryce Kopic. Kopic whistled for foul number 2. Probably prevented a fast break opportunity in the process as he collides with McKenzie, and with 5:42 remaining, here comes Wesleyan with the basketball. Wesleyan with it on the left-hand side. Talton angling off, guarded there by Kopic. Talton with it, into the paint, spin move, comes back with the right hand at the free throw line, goes back to Benet. Benet 3 for the lead, good. Nick Benet with 17 and gives Wesleyan back a 66-65 lead on the right wing jumper. Rankin has the basketball, drives the lane, comes back right side Fairclaw. Fairclaw back out front, it comes to Rankin. Rankin with it at the top of the key. Rankin hesitates, now Hargens, left side Kopic, 5:05 remaining. Kopic, pull-up jumper, baseline, missed it, no good, rebound Benet. And now Wesleyan can build on the 1-point lead. With the basketball is Talton. Talton has it on the right wing. Talton picks up his dribble, goes right side looking for Phillips, looking for the entry pass now to Litsky. Litsky back left side to Phillips. Phillips, Litsky, Dordt comes with a double team. McKenzie to Talton. Talton guarded there by Hargens. 5 to shoot. Puts it up. 3-pointer. Missed everything. And it'll be Dordt basketball down a point. Talton misses on the 3-pointer from the top of the key. And we have the under 5 media timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. And a reminder that to put both of these opening round, first and second round brackets on at Dordt University, it's taken the support of many businesses, including American State Bank, American Investment and Trust, Edward Jones Investment, and Boren Sons, making it possible for the Dordt students to attend free of charge. Also, today's game day sponsors and supporters of Defender Athletics are Wallstra Plumbing, Four Brothers Bar and Grill, Van Englenhoven Agency, Sioux City of Sioux Center, Demco Products, Joe's TV and Appliance, Northwest Bank, Vanderhags, and Van Holland Lawn Service. Dordt basketball down a point. And inbounding the basketball will be Milliken. Milliken gives it to Lorenzen. Now they get it back over to Rankin. Rankin will bring it up the floor, and Oklahoma Wesleyan will retreat on defense. They go back out front. Milliken, Rankin. Rankin, no-look pass underneath Hargens. Hargens on the pocket pass, good. Jake Hargens with a 2-point bucket. He's got 6. Dordt reestablishes a 1-point lead, 67-66, 4:10 remaining in regulation. With the basketball, they come back right side. Yashi McKenzie with it. McKenzie with it out front. McKenzie comes back over to Talton. Talton rolls it underneath Benet. Benet double teamed. Kick out pass back to Talton. Talton underneath. Talton the cutter, and the shot hangs on the rim, won't fall through, and the rebound is down on the floor, picked up by Vanessen. Here comes Dordt. It goes over to Rankin. Bounce pass underneath, intended for Milliken, now taken back by Wesleyan. Wesleyan with it. They go to Phillips. Phillips, left side, Talton. Talton, the lane to the basket. Puts it up. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt, they say. It'll be Wesleyan basketball. Talton went left to right with that. Must not have had control of it as he gathered. With 3:29 remaining, Dordt leading 67-66. I'm gathering we might have a trouble with the score graphic, so make sure you get that clock above the backboard as much as possible from here on out, camera operators. With the basketball, this is Talton. Talton throws it left side. 3 on the way for the lead. Good. Ethan Williams with his first basket of the day at 69-67. Wesleyan in front. 3:15 and counting. With the basketball, it comes over to Rankin. Rankin gives it up left wing. This is Lorenzen. Lorenzen into the corner for the lead. Shot no good, but there for the rebound on the weak side is Lucas Lorenzen, tying it at 69. 2:58 remaining in the ball game. Wesleyan basketball, Talton. Talton down to the baseline, and a blocking foul called on Ty Vanessen. And for Ty, that's number 3. That's team foul number 5. And the Dordt defenders, one more foul to give. Wesleyan, by comparison, has 2 fouls to give. Lucas Lorenzen with a game-high 27 points so far for the defenders. And inbounding is Oklahoma Wesleyan. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining as well. Wesleyan basketball. Wesleyan has it. Talton. Talton throws it right side. Benet. Benet puts it up. Jumper from the baseline. Tough shot. Gets it to go. Benet with 11 in the second half. 19 for the ball game. Dordt trails 71-69. Rankin with the basketball. Spins away from Talton for the time being. Back over to Vanessen. Vanessen to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with it. Lorenzen long 2. Missed it. No good. And the rebound is cleared by Talton. Talton will walk the ball into the front court. So Talton with the basketball takes it across the timeline. Directing traffic is Talton. They're trying to bleed the clock as well with a 2-point lead. Talton looking for the cut. Now goes to Litsky. Litsky underneath Talton. Talton layup good. Derek Talton with a reverse layup. He's got 14 in the second half, 22 for the ball game. And the defenders now trail by 4, 73-69. Back out front it comes Vanessen. Vanessen 3, no good. And we've got a foul on the play called on Litsky, closing out, and Vanessen will go to the free throw line for 3. Ty Vanessen with 12 currently. 4 for 6 from the free throw line. 73-69. The Dordt defenders with a 4-point advantage. Disadvantage, I should say. Beg your pardon. Didn't mean to give you heart failure there. Vanessen, first free throw good. It's a new season high for him. 2 more free throws on the way. Dordt tries to bring it back to a 1-point game. Second free throw, that one's going to be short and rolls in. A little bit of home cooking there for Vanessen. Dordt trails 73-71. 1:48 left to go in regulation. Third free throw, that one's long, no good. Rebound tapped out and controlled by Ethan Williams. Dordt trails by 2, so they got 2 back on that possession. Now they need a stop. Wesleyan trying to extend it to a 2-possession lead. Wesleyan basketball, Talton. Talton has it out front. Benet runs interference. Now they pass right side to Williams. Williams with the basketball. He hit a 3 moments ago. Benet, he's hit big shots here in the second half. He goes into the paint against Milliken. Tough shot again. Bank shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Lorenzen, and he is held on the play by Benet. Benet is going to be called for the foul. Nick Benet, wrong place, wrong time, and that's foul number 5. Beg your pardon, 6 on Wesleyan. That's their last foul to give. 1:18 remaining in regulation. Foul number 2 on Nick Benet, number 7. And the defenders, Ben Fairclaw, inbounds the basketball. He gets it into Rankin. Dordt down 2. 73 seconds remaining. With the basketball is Rankin. Rankin to Lorenzen. Lorenzen, 3, missed it short, no good. Rebound cleared by Wesleyan, and now Wesleyan can take a 2-possession lead with under a minute to go. Walking the ball up will be Talton. They want to run a clear out for him. He's going to dribble it in front of the Wesleyan bench. 50 seconds on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock, and Wesleyan will call the timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
A lot of what was in the program was very useful. I've continued to implement leadership lessons from the MPA program. There were some professors who were just really, really sharp, clearly knew their thing, just absolutely down pat. They really shared a lot about themselves. They shared their knowledge in terms of the field that they were teaching in. They couldn't help but inspire you to do well in their class.
(73-71), defenders down 2 with 48.5 seconds remaining in regulation. Wesleyan basketball with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dordt has 1 foul to give. Wesleyan has no fouls to give. And I don't believe there's anyone on either team with 4 fouls. You've got Litsky with 3 and Phillip with 3 for Wesleyan. For the defenders, you've got Rankin with 3 and Vanessen with 3. 73-71, defenders down 2. And Oklahoma Wesleyan will be inbounding the basketball in front of the scorer's bench, just to the left. Or I should say to the right of the visitors' bench as you face the floor on the sideline. Benet will throw it in. They can take it down to under 40 before they have to shoot. And they get the ball into the hands of Derek Talton. Talton with the basketball. Talton out front. Talton driving in, puts it up, shot soft off of the glass, and Derek Talton with a 2-point bucket. It's 75-71, Dordt down 2 possessions. Milliken comes back to Fairclaw. Fairclaw, Rankin, 30 seconds on the game clock. Rankin with it, fires it back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen down to the baseline. Lorenzen works his way in, off the glass, good. Lucas Lorenzen with a 2-point bucket, and it's back to a 2-point game, 75-73. Lorenzen with a team-high 29 points, and the Dordt defenders trail by 2 with 21.4 seconds remaining in the game. This time out brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
75-73, it'll be Wesleyan basketball. Length of the floor in front of them with 21.4 seconds remaining. Dordt can afford to play aggressively for the steal. And if they pick up a foul, they have one to give. So it will not be bonus time yet for Wesleyan. Wesleyan running the baseline. Benet throws it in. And Benet gets it in to the player, Ethan Williams. And Williams is trapped in the backcourt. And they foul him. No free throws yet, though. 4 seconds go off of the clock. 17.5 seconds remaining. Both teams with a timeout remaining. That's foul number 4 on Luke Rankin. And the Eagles inbound the basketball, and we've got a foul called in the backcourt. That's going to go on Bryce Kopic, and Dylan Phillips will now walk to the other end and shoot the 1-and-1. 1-and-1 opportunity coming here for Phillips. He can make it a pretty difficult task for the defenders with a couple of made free throws here. 15.4 seconds remaining. Front end of the 1-and-1. One to make the second. He is a 79% free throw shooter. So Dylan Phillips shooting the 1-and-1. He's a senior from Humble, Texas. Free throw is up, and it's off the heel, no good. Rebound taken away by Fairclough. Fairclough comes out to Rankin, 10 to shoot. Rankin with the basketball out front, picks up the dribble, goes to Lorenzen, 7 to shoot. Lucas puts up the shot under duress. Ball's down on the floor, and that's going to be the ball game. Oklahoma Wesleyan is going to advance to Kansas City with a 75-73 win over the Dordt Defenders in NAIA National Championship second round play. A tightly contested ball game throughout. Dordt rallies from a 12-point deficit. Had a brief lead twice. Had the shot at the end of regulation. And under duress, Lucas Lorenzen put the shot up. It was off the mark. Dordt could not gather in the offensive rebound and keep the play alive. And the Dordt Defender season comes to an end with a 75-73 loss to Oklahoma Wesleyan here this afternoon in NAIA National Championship second round play. Oklahoma Wesleyan will advance on to Kansas City, where they will meet the winner of the Baker Concordia contest. That game will be played later today. The Dordt Defender season comes to a close with a 28-4 mark. Oklahoma Wesleyan advances with a 25-7 record. So congratulations to Oklahoma Wesleyan advancing on to the round of 16. And for the Dordt Defenders, a tremendous season comes to a close in front of a full house here at the DeWitt Gym by a final score of 75-73. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the Wireless World postgame show right after this 2-minute timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Go, 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 go.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
Homegrown. Community.
Family. Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have a space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes. It's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. Hope you stop by soon.
Well, it's time for the Wireless World postgame show, and a disappointing end for the Dordt defenders and an exhilarating finish for Oklahoma Wesleyan as they go on to Kansas City. And they will meet the winner of Baker and Concordia Thursday or Friday in the round of 16. And Oklahoma Wesleyan cutting down the nets here at the DeWitt Gym, and for the DeWitt faithful, that's a little bit bitter to watch, but that is the life of competition. Oklahoma Wesleyan, congratulations. They go on and they survive. And when this bracket came out, looked at the potential of this matchup, and Oklahoma Wesleyan, a team that consistently is in the NAIA National Championship field. They have consistently advanced teams into the round of 16, the round of 8, and you knew that this would be a challenge, and they came out very focused. I would say that is the biggest difference from yesterday to today, is they were very dialed in. Yesterday, I thought for about 10 to 15 minutes of play, they probably weren't as concise and sharp as they would like. But today, for 40 minutes, they were pretty good. Oklahoma Wesleyan, 75-73. Let's go ahead and run the highlights. I'll try my best to recap it. It was 39-37, Oklahoma Wesleyan at the half. Wesleyan played from in front all the way up to a 57-45 lead with about 13 minutes remaining. And go ahead and run those highlights. 57-45, Oklahoma Wesleyan was in front by a dozen. The defenders then rallied and on a 14-2 run tied it at 59-59. We were tied again at 61 after Dordt led briefly at 61-59. It was tied again at 63, and it was tied again at 69, and the defenders never led again after that point, as Wesleyan went up 73-69, and that was probably the difference as they got up 2 possessions. Dordt trailed 73-71, trailed 75-71, and then at 75-73 were forced to foul. And on the 1-and-1 opportunity for Dylan Phillips, he missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Dordt, with 11 seconds left, elected to play it out, and that is not uncommon for the defenders, having watched them all year. But this time, Oklahoma Wesleyan able to defend very well on the perimeter. Really made a shot for Lucas Lorenzen, who got the ball on the right wing, very difficult. And he was under duress, unable to draw a foul call, and his shot was off the mark. Rebound ended up bouncing around, and Wesleyan survives for the win at the DeWitt Gym. Here then are your final numbers for Oklahoma Wesleyan. They were 31 of 61 from the floor for 51%, 11 of 18 on threes, 61%, and 2 of 6 from the free throw line, 33%. The Dordt defenders were 25 of 58 from the floor, 43%, 10 for 25 on threes, 40%, 13 of 18 from the free throw line, 72%. Wesleyan had a 37 of 33 rebounding edge. Both teams had 10 turnovers. For the defenders, Lucas Lorenzen, 11 of 22 tonight for 29 points. He also had 6 rebounds. 14 points for Ty Van Essen off of the bench, 3 for 4 from the floor, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. 9 points for Bryce Kopic, 6 for Jake Hargans, 3 for Jake Proctor, 3 for Ben Fairclough, 5 for Connor Milliken, and 4 for Luke Rankin, for their total of 73. For Oklahoma Wesleyan, Derek Talton was as good as advertised today as well. 24 points for him on 10 of 20 shooting, and he literally carried that team on his back most of the second half. He had 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. 19 points for Nick Benet. He, along with Talton, had big second halves. Benet ended up with 11 points in the second half. Talton had 14, so right there you have 25 of their 36 points with those two players. Jaden Litsky had 8 points, 4 points for Yashim McKenzie, 5 for Isaac Stanek, 8 for Dylan Phillip, 4 for Jaden Wilson, 3 for Ethan Williams, for their total of 75. Rebounding, Ben Fairclough had 8 rebounds and 3 block shots. 6 rebounds for Lucas Lorenzen, and Luke Rankin had 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Jake Hargens had 3 rebounds, and Ty Van Essen also had 3 rebounds. For Oklahoma Wesleyan, Litsky had 12 rebounds, Nick Benet had 10. Litsky also had 4 assists, and Talton had 6 to go with 3 steals. 75-73 the final. Oklahoma Wesleyan with a 2-point win as we wrap things up on the Wireless World postgame show. Let's take another 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with the player of the game for the Dordt defenders right after this 2-minute timeout.
Homegrown. Community.
Family. Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Biblical truth shapes Dordt's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dordt University.
Well, could have gone a few different ways with our player of the game today. The obvious choice would have been Lucas Lorenzen with 29 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. But I'm going to go off script a little bit. I felt like Ty Van Essen really did the work, and Ty Van Essen, for his spark off of the bench, is going to be the player of the game. I know I could have gone with Lucas Lorenzen with 29 points and 6 rebounds, but I'm picking Ty Van Essen with 14 points and 3 rebounds. And he came off the bench, knocked down 2 of 3 three-pointers. He was 3 for 4 from the floor. And he provided a spark for the defenders when things weren't going well. They were down by 12, and he was able to rally the defenders. And for that, Ty Van Essen is the player of the game. And for Ty Van Essen, the player of the game is brought to you by Ross Hoekstra with State Farm, serving Sioux County and the tri-state area. You can call Ross at 712-722-0806 for all your insurance needs. Stop by the Sioux Center office next to Dairy Queen. And State Farm player of the game today is Ty Van Essen. So again, congratulations to Oklahoma Wesleyan. They advance on. It is not an easy task to make it to Kansas City. And the Dordt defenders stopped a couple of points shy as they end up falling by a final score of 75-73 Oklahoma Wesleyan will now play the winner of Baker and Concordia, as they will be playing later today. We're going to, I'm going to tread water for just a little bit because Coach Van Haften typically comes out, but I am guessing with the senior group that the defenders have, this one could be a long time in the locker room. This one's going to be a bitter pill to swallow because this team felt primed to go down to Kansas City and take a step further than they had 2 years ago, made it to the second round as well before being eliminated by the eventual national champion runner-up, Freed Hardman. 3 years ago, lost to, I believe it was Governor State at Oskaloosa. Last year, lost to Madonna in Michigan. Today, the GPAC not faring so well so far. Bethel defeats Morningside 93-84. Northwestern and Huntington will get underway here shortly. Other finals, Indiana Wesleyan loses to Life 88-74. Cumberlands defeats Mobile 93-77. Freed Hardman over Spring Arbor 71-69. Oklahoma Wesleyan a winner over Dordt, just heard it, 75-73. Grace over Pikeville 32-31. Georgetown down St. Francis of Indiana 34-32, and it was Kaiser over William Wood, leads them 37-30. That is late in the first half. And they're putting the net back up, and we will start our second game at about 5:30. So we're going to officially close down the Wireless World post-game show for this one. We're going to send it back to KIHK for regular programming. And if Coach Brian Van Haften makes it up, we'll visit with him during the pregame show of the women's contest. But we're going to send it back now to KIHK for regular programming. We'll get back on at about 5:15 with the pregame for the women's contest. And we'll have the play-by-play of that one to begin at 5:30 this afternoon. That's going to do it for our broadcast. A thank you to our Dordt Media Network folks, Noah Zylstra, Evan DeYoung, Tyler Vanderbilt, and Sean Solano, Lynn Marie Termolen, Parker Freeman, David Weebowo, and Marin Hettinga. Thank you for your work in game number 1. We've still got another game to go. Also a thank you to Nathan Brook back at the KIHK studios. That's going to do it for the first half of our broadcast. Catch up with you in about 25 minutes. Good afternoon, everyone.